Alright bros, buckle up. Today we're diving into the chaotic, controversial and undeniably captivating saga of one of YouTube's true titans. We're talking about the man, the legend, the Swedish meatball himself, Pewdiepie. From screaming at barrels to battling T-series, his story is less a gentle stroll through history and more like a fever dream with excellent editing. How did a guy who started by playing horror games become an internet phenomenon, a cultural touchstone, and occasionally a headline generator? Let's unravel the spaghetti of his life. Before he was the king of YouTube, Felix Arvid Ulf Kjellberg was, well, a pretty normal human being from Gothenburg, Sweden. Shocking, I know. He wasn't born with a microphone in his hand, screaming at pixels. His early life involved a bit of art school. That's right. He briefly studied industrial economics and technology management at Chalmers University of Technology. Imagine Pewds trying to design a more efficient factory conveyor belt. The mind boggles, but academia, it seems, wasn't quite ready for the raw, unbridled chaos that was Felix's true calling. He dropped out, much to the chagrin of probably every career counselor within a 50-mile radius. He wasn't just sitting around, though. This man was so dedicated to his burgeoning YouTube dream that he actually sold his artwork and worked at a hot dog stand to afford a computer. Yes, the future most subscribed individual YouTuber was flipping wieners for a living. Let that sink in. He traded industrial economics for industrial frankfurters. A truly humble beginning for someone who would eventually own enough internet to make his own country. And so in 2010, armed with his hot dog money and a dream, Pewdiepie was born, or rather, reborn, after a brief stint as Pewdie. His early content? Mostly horror game playthroughs. Think Amnesia, The Dark Descent, Happy Wheels, and a lot of screaming. His signature style wasn't sophisticated. It was raw, authentic, and utterly unhinged. He'd talk to objects, get genuinely scared, and interact with his burgeoning fanbase in a way that felt incredibly personal. This was the era of the legendary barrel punching, where inanimate objects became his mortal enemies. His commentary wasn't just reacting, it was a conversation. He built a community, his bro army, based on shared laughter, jump scares, and the iconic brofist at the end of every video. He was loud, he was crude, he was often nonsensical, but he was real. People loved that he wasn't polished. He felt like your goofy friend playing games in his living room, except millions of people were watching. He proved that you didn't need a huge production budget. You just needed genuine personality and an inexplicable ability to make inanimate objects terrifying. From humble beginnings, he started a movement, one subscriber at a time, proving that sometimes all you need is a webcam and a propensity for overreactions. The channel grew exponentially. By 2013, he was the most subscribed channel on YouTube. Let that sink in for a second. He wasn't just playing games anymore. He was influencing culture, inspiring a generation of YouTubers, and pioneering a whole new form of entertainment. He experimented with different content, vlogs, comedy sketches, charity fundraisers, and later the wildly popular meme review and Louis A. Last week I asked you. This shift showcased his versatility. He wasn't just a gaming channel, he was a personality. And the fans adored it. They loved the inside jokes, the memes, the self-awareness, and the fact that he constantly interacted with them, even using fan-submitted content. It felt like their channel too. This loyalty was put to the ultimate test in 2018-2019 during the infamous Subscribe to Pewdiepie campaign and the T-Series subscriber war. It was a global cultural phenomenon, a battle between an independent creator and a massive Indian music label fought out on the subscriber counts. It wasn't just about numbers, it was about the soul of YouTube, the independent creator versus corporate power. Millions rallied, memes exploded, and for a glorious period, Pewdiepie held his ground with unprecedented fan support, even while facing the bizarre reality of his own YouTube-provided desk. He eventually conceded, but not before etching his name even deeper into internet history as the undisputed king of YouTube for individual creators. Of course, such a massive platform comes with massive scrutiny, and Pewdiepie's journey hasn't been without its very public bumps. From controversial jokes that sparked media outrage and led to dropped sponsorships to his often unfiltered commentary, He's faced criticism and learned hard lessons in the glare of the global spotlight. He's had to navigate the tricky waters of being an edgy comedian while simultaneously being a role model to millions. What really made fans stick around through these storms, beyond the memes and the gaming, was his perceived authenticity and his continuous evolution. He never pretended to be perfect. He'd address controversies, sometimes awkwardly, sometimes earnestly, but always in his own voice. Fans loved that he still felt like a real person, not a corporate product. He shifted away from constant screaming, embraced new formats, even delving into more thoughtful discussions, showcasing personal growth while still retaining that essential Pewds chaotic energy. He proved that even a giant like him could adapt, learn, and still resonate deeply with his audience, even if it meant fewer barrels being verbally assaulted. So, what ultimately cemented Pewdiepie's place in the hearts of his millions of bros? It wasn't just the gaming or the memes or even the sheer scale of his channel. It was the relatability of his journey from hot dog stand to global superstar. It was his authenticity, the feeling that you were genuinely hanging out with a friend, flaws and all. His sense of community, built through inside jokes, mutual appreciation, and the iconic bro fist, created a bond deeper than mere subscription numbers. Fans loved his unfiltered reactions, his humor that often bordered on the absurd, and his willingness to be vulnerable and grow in front of the world. He became the voice for a generation of internet culture, proving that a single person, armed with a webcam and a unique perspective, could truly connect with millions. From screaming at a horror game character to making global headlines, PewDiePie's story isn't just about a YouTuber, it's about the evolution of internet fame and the enduring power of a genuine connection with your audience. That's all I have on PewDiePie. Hopefully he brings us more years of enjoyment. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe.